Welcome to clickmyproject.com. Okay, this is our project title for the fast and scalable range query processing with a strong privacy protection for cloud computing. Okay, this is our abstract for the fast and scalable range query processing with a strong privacy protection for cloud computing. So this paper is concerned with the problem of privacy preserving range query processing on clouds. Here query based process our data for cloud storage and retrieving data efficiently. Here we will propose the range query processing scheme that achieves index indistinguishability under the indistinguishability against choose and keyword attack. Here we discuss two algorithms as PBT traversal with minimization and PBT traversal depth minimization to improve the query processing efficiently. Here we will through the data will be processing on networks, the networks based nodes creations. Here multiple nodes creating with choosing our nodes for equals to the number of files. So here every file is assigned to the some particular nodes, so every node has to be inside some file will be passed, the file will be transferred through the networks. So privacy schemes are weak in privacy protection as they cannot achieve index indistinguishability. In this query process, through retrieve the user's manual data will be processed. This is our flow diagram for the scalable range query processing for the domain of cloud computing. So the cloud is a model for enabling services users ubiquitous, convenient and on-demand network access to a shared pool of configurable computing resources. Cloud is a developing technology to facilitate developments of large scale under computing infrastructures. So the flow with the first one is the profile. So the profile means every new user is come to the cloud, they enter they fill the registration forms as the profiles. So every user has creating some profiles based on our details. So next one is the login. Here every user has assigned some username and passwords. When the user has come to the cloud, they enter the username and password. The username and password both are match, is go for next page. The next one is the process. Here the user is come to the cloud. What is our process doing in the cloud? The process upload or download. So here the user is selecting the upload process. So here a user is selecting some particular file. The file is to be fragmented. For example, the user is choosing the PDF file. The file is to be fragmented is based on the number of pages. The number of pages are to be considered as the files. Every pages are to be considered as a single file. So now the file is fragmented. Fragmented is equal to the number of pages. Okay, so next one is we will creating the nodes, network mode with the data are to be passing through the networks. Here more base stations will be processed. For example, as the hexagonal Poisson, Gaussian and the real networks. These are some networks mode. The networks mode based will processing our data to the source and destinations. Next one is the node selection. The node selection with first of all we will creating the number of nodes. For example, I am creating 50 nodes. But now only I am choosing 20 nodes. The 20 is the number of files. Here the number of files is 20. So number of files is 20. So then I am creating the 20 nodes. So here the node selection is equal to the number of files. So here every node is assigned to the some particular files. Next one is query based PB tree. The query based PB tree with here we will assign the some particular files. So the files how many users are to be stored into the upload as cloud, how many users are storing the data is on the cloud. So the users details are to be stored into the database. So here we will query based what is the select star from query, and there's some SQL query based we will taking our data retrieve from the data through the database. So the files are assigned to the some particular nodes. So the every nodes, all nodes are to be stored into the cloud server. that means every files are stored into the nodes are to be stored into the cloud server. So here the data is successfully to stored and reach the cloud server. So next to the processes download. So the users come to the cloud, the user has some registration, sorry, the some user has some validation details. The validation process with the result is true, the data will be success. So the user has to give the download permission. So again the user is download the process. Okay, so now the demo section is start for the fast and scalable range query processing privacy protection for cloud computing. Okay, so this is our home page. So the next one is the profile creation. So this is our profile. So this is our profile. For the username is Ishwar, surname is Shiva, date of birth is 27/02/1995. So the selecting country as Singapore. So the username is Shiva, password is Shiva. So validate, so it's a valid password, go for register, enter successfully, registration yes. So the register successfully. So this is our username, and this our username is Shiva. So our password is Shiva. So this is the valid user, go ahead. So this is our source is the system path, selecting the files. So the file which path the file is to be reached, this is our destination path. So base stations, click to the mode. The base stations is hexagonal, Poisson, Gauss, Coxian, these are some networks. So go for process the data successfully stored. So next, so this is our file types as PDF, selecting the files. File is the docs.pdf. So proceed, so data owner, so PDF file, the original file is 14, the splitter files is 14, original files is 1, splitter files are 14. So go for file access, to splitter the files selection. So node formation is to the 100. Okay, so selecting the files is 14. So this is our node selection, the 14 files is to be displayed, file types is PDF. So go for file transferring. So the number of files is 14. So this is our replication nodes with the file types PDF. So go for next. So here the data is actually stored into the cloud server. Okay, so this is our file. So the data is verified. So go for next. So here the file request to the user. So this is our file name. So authentication. So the authentication for username and password. So this is our username, this is our password, the username is drops.pdf. So file verify, this is the valid file name. So this is the valid user, and go ahead. So and here again selecting the files, this is the file name, and view the file contents. Okay, so this is our file name. So authentication successful. So view the file content, this is our file. So go for download. So go for download. Okay, so this is our download process. When I click to the download the source and source this file, so browse our destination. So the query process with the files, this is our file name. So download in destination, is successfully. So performance graph, go for performance graph. So this is the PBT based query process. So this is the retrieving process for table schema relations on view. This is our query schemas based. So this is our query data. So this is the system path, and these are some files to be displayed. So go for next. Okay, so next the graph diagram, and this is the performance graph for the query process based storing and retrieving data into the cloud storage. So this is our graph level for the file splitting and the node and the replications based. The data will be successfully stored into the cloud is based on the PBT based query process. So this is our graph. Okay, so now the demo is finished. Thanks for listening.